Namaste, myself JVL Nidhi Sharma from the Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Education and Methodology. Today we will be dealing with the syllabus which we are running in our university for the subject of food and nutrition. So, first, we will read about Introduction to Nutrition. In this topic, we basically study what is nutrition and what is its importance in our normal physical health, and also the various definitions of nutrition which are given by WHO for the nutrition, health, nutrients, nutritional status, malnutrition, the RDAs, which are the recommended dietary allowances for various age groups, and the food groups which we consume in our day-to-day life. Second, we study about methods of assessing nutritional status with the help of different methods of population sampling, the collection of data on the nutritional adequacy of diet consumers. That is, we conduct a survey on different people, like we select a population sample and then we conduct the survey. Anthropometric measurements, which include BMIs and the MUAC and height, weight and other various measurements. Then we have clinical examination and biochemical assessments. In these, we study about the blood samples and urine samples and the examination which are done clinically in the labs. Then we have diet survey methods, which include 24-hour dietary recalls, food frequency methods. With the help of these methods or surveys, we get to know about the habits, eating habits of the person which he or she is consuming, and we can accordingly we can assess the dietary these dietary assessments. Then we read about the energy. Now in this topic we study about definition of health and nutrition, definition of calorie and joule, and also energy. Calorie and joules are the units of energy. We also get to learn about measurement of calorific value of the foods, different foods, what kind of calorific value or what kind of energy value those foods provide to the human. Then the BMR, basal metabolic rate, energy needs of the body, as every individual is different, every age group is different, so we study about the needs of the body. Then measurement of energy balance of the body. These are the two methods, direct and indirect. Calorie meter is the instrument through which we study about the direct and indirect energy. Then calculation of energy requirements, like if a person is 60-year-old weighing 75 kgs, what will be the need or what will be the kilocalories of energy he or she needs. Then the ideal proportion of calories which we get from protein, carbs and fats. For example, 1 gram of protein is providing 4 kilocalories of energy. 1 gram of carbohydrate is also providing 4 kilocalories, and 1 gram of fat is providing 9 kilocalories of energy. So we study about the proportions of calories. Then we have the second unit in which we deal with the vitamins, minerals and cooking methods. Like also about these are the nutrients, and along with the micronutrients we also study about the macronutrients. Macronutrients include carbs, proteins and fats, and micronutrients include vitamins and minerals. In this vitamins and minerals, if I classify vitamins, then there are two types, water soluble and fat soluble. So we will deal about all the vitamins and minerals, and in this topic, in this unit, we also learn not only the food sources but also the functions of various vitamins, what role they play in our body, and what happens if toxicity, if their excess occurs. Like suppose if a vitamin is present or if we are consuming and excess of that vitamin occurs in our body, then what will happen, and what will happen if there is deficiency of a vitamin or mineral or any of the nutrient. So we will study about the functions, sources from which we can get that nutrient, the clinical manifestations of deficiency, like what are the symptoms which a person will show if a particular vitamin or mineral is deficient in the body, or the excess of that particular nutrient. What all nutrients we will study in the unit are carbohydrates, lipids, that is the fats, and proteins. Fat soluble vitamins that are A, D, E and K. Water soluble vitamins like vitamin B1, B2, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pyridoxine, folate, vitamin B12 that is cyanocobalamin, and vitamin C, and various minerals like calcium, iron and iodine. Then next topic is method of cooking and prevention of nutrient losses. Suppose then as in our day-to-day life we cook food, there are different methods which lead to excess of nutrient loss. So in order to avoid that, what all methods we should use for a particular food group or a particular food product? There are three types of methods, like dry heat method, moist heat method. What is the difference between dry heat and moist heat method? Now dry heat method doesn't require any medium to conduct the heat, but whereas moist heat method requires a medium to conduct the heat. So different methods of dry heating, there are different categories or methods under this dry heat method, suppose like roasting, grilling, and in moist heat method there are poaching, blanching, steaming, boiling. So these methods we will study in detail under this unit. And what all food products we can cook using these methods. Like suppose for roasting, we can roast different types of seeds like flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and in grilling we can grill paneers and other food products like chicken or sandwiches. Like for them we can use grilling method. Then in moist heat method, if I say blanching, then I can blanch several vegetables. So these methods not only tell us the benefits but also allows us to know that which food product has to be cooked using which method, so that there is minimum nutrient loss. Then frying and microwave cooking. So frying is a different category as we are using oil in larger amount. Similar, it is not similar to saute or simple roasting. Then microwave cooking we use for bakery products. So what we will study about, what all topics we will cover is advantages, the disadvantages and effects of various methods of cooking on the nutrients. Like if I am boiling excessively, then what kind of nutrient loss will occur, what all nutrients will leach out or what all nutrients will be lost, and how can I minimize that? So our basic motto is to minimize the nutrient loss. So we have to choose wisely. Then along with minimizing nutrient loss, we also have to maintain the texture, the flavor, the color of the food product. If the food is not in the proper texture, then it won't look appealing, the consumer won't accept it. So along with the nutrient losses that we should remember that there should be no nutrient loss, along with that we should also take into care that there is no deterioration of the texture, the color, the shape, the flavor of the food product. Then we have the third unit in which we have to read about the different food products, their selection process and the contribution which they are providing to the nutrient wise, and the changes when we cook them, what kind of changes they show. So for that, what all we will cover: cereals, pulses, fruits and vegetables, milk and milk products, eggs, meat, poultry and fish, fats and oils, processed supplementary foods. Now what we will study in detail, I'll brief you that in cereals, like suppose I have to purchase wheat, then for the selection part what all I will consider if I go to a vendor and I have to purchase wheat for myself, then what all points I'll remember. I have to check the grain size, I have to check whether it is damp or dry, because basically wheat is in a good condition when it is dry. Moist wheat gets fermented, or we can say it gets sprouted and spoiled. So we do not have to choose that, we have to choose a dry, a proper size of the grain, and it is free from any rodents, insects. So that is the selection process. Same goes with other food products or food groups. For pulses, for fruits and vegetables, if I go for the purchasing of fruits and vegetables, I have to look into the quality of the fruit, whether it is rotten or not, whether it is ripe or unripe, whether its shape is proper, whether it's artificially it is injected or not. So we have to consider so many points. Like for example, in apples there comes wax coating, so you have to touch and then feel the texture, then only you have to purchase. So these are the selection processes. Same goes with the fats and oils. Rancidity is the term which we use for the deterioration of the fat. So you have to check whether the product or the fat or oil which you are purchasing, it is under the suitable for consumption or not. अगर उसकी expiry date निकल गई है, you have to also check the nutritional label. You have to check the manufacturing date, the expiry date, the ingredients. And then if you are purchasing from a local vendor and he is selling oils in open, it is not properly packed, then if you want to go for that, then smell it properly. Okay, and for prefer the packed fats and oils which are certified by FSSAI. So this is the selection process. Then nutrient contribution and changes. Like for example, if I boil the egg, then the protein in that coagulates. So this is the change which is coming while cooking. It is not reducing the nutrient content, but it is enhancing, and it is not deteriorating the food. So we have to know, we should have the knowledge what all changes occur when we are cooking that particular food product. So like fruits and vegetables, fruits cannot be cooked, we all know. Some vegetables are to be eaten raw, like cucumber, and some are to be cooked properly. For example, cauliflower. So cauliflower, it has to be properly washed with warm water, then you have to cook it, because we know that so many insects and so many infections can occur if we consume without proper washing. So this is the step. There are various steps before preparation of that food product, like washing, chopping, cutting, blanching if required, sprouting. So these all processes we should have the knowledge, so that we can get maximum nutrients from that. Then what all changes, like some of the food products, when we heat them, they caramelize. So in certain preparations it is useful, while in other preparations it is not useful for us. So we should have the knowledge of what changes occurs when we cook. So for that we should also have the knowledge of the proper cooking method. अगर मैंने किसी गलत मेथड को चूज़ करके कोई फूड को मैंने कुक किया और उससे न्यूट्रिएंट लॉसेस होने लगे हैं, तो दैट इज़ नॉट यूजफुल. सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने कटिंग करके वेजिटेबल को वॉश किया है या उसको सोक करके रख दिया है पानी में, एंड आई एम डिस्कार्डिंग दैट वाटर. So all the nutrients which leach out into the water, they will be wasted. So it's of no use. So we should prefer washing before chopping. Like potatoes, we should wash the skin, then peel, then chop. So there are different methods which preserve the nutrients, and whereas there are several methods which we follow in day-to-day life and we are unaware that we are making nutrient losses. Then we will study about the processed supplementary foods which are helpful in enhancing the nutritional content. Like for our government is running various programs which are helpful in enhancing the nutrition in the slum areas and the people who are not getting that opportunity to eat good food. So government is running various programs for the lactating women, for iron deficient women and adolescents, for little children, so that they get the nutrient which is required according to their age. So under these programs they prepare several food products which are processed, but they have the additional nutrients, so we can say that they are processed supplementary foods, because we are giving them those foods as a part of our supplementation program, and we can say we are providing them supplements, because they are not getting enough nutrients to the food items which are they eating, because of maybe due to poverty, or maybe due to unavailability, or maybe due to unawareness. So government is running various programs and various supplementary foods are being prepared. Then the last topic, we will study about food sanitation and hygiene. This topic is a very vast topic in which food sanitation and hygiene and sanitation are to be considered. Suppose I have a cafe or I am running a hotel and I am in charge of the kitchen area. What all points I have to consider are the hygiene and sanitation of not only the cooking or the food, but also the washing area, the cleaning area. Personal hygiene also matters. If I'm not wearing the head cap, or if I'm not wearing apron, it is likely that I will contaminate the food which I'm contacting or which I'm cooking. And if I'm not washing hands, or if I'm not wearing gloves, then also contamination occurs. So in this topic we study about the various precautionary methods which we have to adopt while we are working in a food service establishment. केवल खाना बनाना is not only the main process, but the hygiene and sanitation should be considered from the beginning. जब से आप raw material को unload कर रहे हैं, you have to check whether the items delivered to you are in good condition or not. Then secondly, after checking the raw material, you have to check the processing. So you have to segregate them, which one has to go for chemical washing, which one has to go for the normal washing, which one has to go for other process of washing and other processing steps. So these all methods come under food sanitation and hygiene in a food service establishment, which is very important part. Thank you.